Saturday here in Vermont. And so I am wearing one of my little pins, a Boro Sashiko pins that I made, and I just love it. I mean, it would look much more adorable on my sweater, but I just put it on to put it on. But welcome to Echo Art with Carmella-T. If you are new to the channel, we create with all recycled materials, fabrics, and supplies. And it is our way to give the earth a little hug. We try to encourage artists to create with recycled materials because our earth is in dire need of us curbing the amount of waste that goes in landfills. But the real issue really does lie in maybe some high technology being used to really start cleaning the landfills in real time, in my opinion. So with that, us as artists, we reflect our surroundings, our community, our society, what's going on in our society. Historically, the artists are always the ones to make pieces that reflect what's going on at that time. So if you are coming back, thank you so much for coming back. I welcome you and I thank you for your suggestions. And guess what? I just want to, we're going to go over here for a moment. We'll go over to the little work hub. And I call it a little work hub. So here's the little finches if you want to say hi to them. Hey, oh, man, Mashuki. So they love music and they've been singing to their music all day while I've been working. So a couple of things I want to say thank you, because guess what? We're at 2,000 subscribers. And so jump on board. It's free. This is where we encourage and inspire each other to create with recycled materials. I don't know if you can see the snow, but I mean, it is really, no, you can't. It's just too much light. But the snow is really coming down again. So it's been pretty much snowing like that all day today. It says it's like 29 degrees, so it's not as cold as it was yesterday, which was like 6. So the other thing I wanted to say before I show you what I've been working on and bring you along with me on some Boro Sashiko for those of you who are working on your projects, is I think sometimes the comments on my YouTube might be delayed a little bit because I do check them regularly, and then all of a sudden maybe they'll pop in and I'm like looking and I think they were like, sent maybe like a couple of days ago and this and that. So I just wanted to share that. If you've sent me something and you think I'm not seeing it, maybe because it didn't come through, it was delayed, possibly for some reason. And thank you for having a cup of coffee with me today. So I'm going to put this over here and just move that. So a couple things I want to share with you is when we do our Boro Sashiko, there's so many different ways, as you know, that we can do them. It's the same with the closures. So this is a prototype of mine that I keep. And this was a little prototype just with the size and everything that I had done. And I had a little bow on it. I took the bow off since because I ran out of these tiny little magnetic snaps. And I really, really like these. So I ran out of those. And these, the regular snaps, these are also sew on. These are kind of too big for my little mini Boro Sashiko coin bags. So with the Boro Sashiko coin bags, you don't have to do all of it, and you don't have to create with all of the patches. You can do parts of it like this, parts of it with a patch here, and then the Boro Sashiko, and then the lining is different. So you can do like that too. So there's that. Now, so I wanted to share this with you. So I went to a nearby store here, and because to get to the store, that does have snaps and or sew on snaps or the magnetic snaps that I want would be quite a distance. And today with the snow and the chill factor, I figured I would stay close to home. So I ended up finding these. I want to share this with you. So these are the Velcro, and look at the size. Though they're already cut, so they're a perfect size. I'm going to show you. I tested this out. I've been testing this for a couple of hours. I just wanted to see a couple things and share with you. So the Velcro, these have a really good sticky back to them. It's very, very, very sticky. If you use these for card making or something like that, I would highly recommend. But to put it on fabric, I found that when I tested it maybe like a half an hour later, after kind of really pressing it and let it sit there, that maybe one of them would lift a little in the corner. So I decided to just give them a couple stitches in the corners. And then I wanted to test it in closing, and it's really lovely. This is my tester coin bag, but it closes really well, and it stays closed really well. I mean, it's not flimsy, is what I'm saying. So there's no brand name on that. I don't believe there is. Um, it just says, Velcro. So, but the difference between this Velcro and all of the Velcro strips and sets that I have, these are very nice because they're cut, you see, already in the little square. So, and it's a perfect size. So I like the alternative to using that. Now, the other thing you can do is use an elastic like this with a button, and I may put this on a few too, and then you put the button on, or you could put the button up here and just sew this on it down here, and then you just pull it up like that and put it over the button, so that acts as a little closure, and it's cute. So I think that's really cute too. um Now, the Boro Sashiko, oh, and I'll share this little coin bag because this is now done. I don't know if I shared this with you or not. I may have, but this is now done. There's a little heart, and I'm probably going to put the little Velcro on this one, and then put a little purple bow on here. So that's how I'm going to finish up this one. And then this one is, I haven't sewn this together yet, but this is just really precious. And I think I'm going to put little beads. So one of the little coin bags I made this past week and brought over to Milton Artists Guild, I have little beads. So I'm going to start putting the little beads on. Now, I love this. The reason I'm wearing this is because I was thinking of some way to kind of make these little patches like that to adorn these little coin bags, but I'm not sure how yet. But that's just an idea. Just have it on, and I just really like that. So this is on a regular safety pin. The thing is, when you make one of these, you want to put the decorative piece onto the safety pin that you're not going to be opening it. So where the clasp is, you want to leave that free so you can open it and close it, and then just sew it on the other side. Anyway, I thought I'd share that with you. So the Boro Sashiko bracelet I'm working on right now is this one. And we started this one together yesterday. So what I'm going to do with this particular one is I'm just going to sew it so this together so it remains a slip-on. This will be a slip-on. Now, I'm going to put the camera down just so you can see a couple of ideas. Sorry about that. So a couple of ideas to adorn your Boro Sashiko bracelets are, you can get these at thrift shops, or old cloth buckles. And you can either paint them or just leave them as they are. I think these are absolutely adorable. Can you use them? This would have to be measured to go in, but can you use them as a buckle? You can. And the same idea is this one I'm working on right now. Is, you see this right here, the button? So what I'm going to do, you see the sides here? I'm going to be sewing these ultimately together. Okay, so if someone wanted to undo the button to get it onto their wrist, they can do that. Or they can just simply leave it as is. So right now with this particular Boro Sashiko design, I'm particularly loving the minimalist design of just us, where I just sewed on a little heart with the visible stitching of the Sashiko stitching. And then I'm just going to design it with some just very simple Sashiko stitching. And so you're probably saying, well, why can't I see it on the other side? Because I'm working just in the top layer, and which when you have a piece, I just want to trim this. When you have a piece like this, where it's quilted, working in the top layer is super simple, super simple. I'll put those over there for the moment, and because you can hold it easier. Now I'm going to have to get more thread in a moment, but look, I'm just going to show you how simple this is. It's allowing me to just easily grasp the top layer. It's all in the top layer. I'm trying to show you there, see? So you're just grabbing your Sashiko stitching. You got to push this through though. There we go. Because Sashiko stitching is not like embroidery, so you're not like stitching one at a time and pulling it up. You're grabbing 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 stitches at a time. Okay? So now what I'm going to do, because I'm running out of thread here, is I'm going to bring this under. You see? See the opening there? Very easily you can bring that under, like that. And I'm simply going to tie a knot. Okay, and then I'm just going to end it in here. And the knot, so I have to get this so I can show you. What you want to do is, when you have a piece, especially like this quilted, you can hide the knot inside. Let me just, I kind of want to clip this right now before I forget. That's better. So you can hide it inside. You see all the layers you have in there? Okay, so that's what I'm talking about. You can hide it in there. Or what you can do is, it's only one knot. And I really like to put another one there, to be honest. Now, because it's denim, they may pull through a little more difficulty. However, I'm going to bring them up like this. and pull through. Okay, those pulled through very nicely. Now you're going to notice something. When you do teeny tiny little stitches in the back here, so if you were to go through, they don't really show. I'm going to show you here. Because I really do want to lock this in, but I want to lock it in underneath there. I didn't make that as small as I wanted. Let me try that again. Because I do want to show you what I made. Whoops. I may have locked it in already. Oh, no, there it goes. Okay, so see, I'm not going to the top. I'm not going through is what I'm trying to say. I'm working in the middle of this fabric. And okay, so you see the little loop there, that's where the knot is. So I'm going to pull. Okay. And just kind of lock it in under there. So I made it a little bigger. I could have made it smaller. It does show, but that's okay because I plan to have some sashiko stitching back here to show anyway. Now, this piece, I have two options. I have a couple of options. I could sew it to the other piece, but I don't want to do that. I want them to be able to unbutton it if that's what they want to do. So these two pieces will be sewn together, but that's after I'm done with my sashiko stitching. So I'm going to stay with the white for a little bit, and I have to get to a hobby store this week if I cannot find black at the thrift shop, but I bet you I can. I just have to really focus on oh, I did want to share something with you, and I will do this at the end of the video. I want to share with you a sweater, excuse me, that I got at the thrift shop today. So, and I paid $3 for it, and I want to show it to you because it's a lovely. Okay, so right here, I'm starting in between the fabrics. You don't have to. If you start, let's say you didn't have that and you just had a piece, and you could start in the back, but pull like I did, make your little knot and pull it through so it's secure. Like if you want to leave the knot out invisible, you can. I've done that too. I've absolutely have done it. So, okay, I'm just going to go along here now. I'm going to first do a back stitch. You hear my birds singing? Did you hear them a minute ago? Okay, so it is super simple when you have your denim fabric, like the waistband or a pocket. You know, it's really easy to work in your, now I'm just going to work, no, I guess I can wrap, like put a stitch around this. Hold on. I was going to kind of go around that little, this little piece, the seam, or the loop that is typically on the waistband, because that's what this piece truly is. But I'm not. I'm going to just kind of wrap it around, sew it in right there. I'm going to sew it right there. Pull a nice little snug. Make sure my stitches are nice and snug. Because if you're going to sell this and someone's going to wear it, you want to make sure your stitches are really, really good. So, this one, and believe me, your stitches, you get very good at making sure they're secure. It just becomes habit, you know, it just does. So I'm going to pull my thread underneath of the heart because I really don't want to obscure the heart. I want to just leave the heart. And you're probably thinking, well, Carmella, you got those two pieces. What are you going to do? So I'm working this piece first. And I'm just going to put stitches right around all of this. And I would like to even put little beads. So I'm just going to kind of go around the button. I'm just going to show you here for a moment. I'm going to put a little X around the button. I want to decorate the button a little bit. I'm just showing you. I'll be using, oh no I don't, because you know what I want? For this particular, I would typically do that. For this piece, so what I was going to do was just X's on it, but no. For this piece, I'm going to leave it. Because I do want them to be able to unbutton it if they want. So, you know, when you get kind of like little features, little differences like that, you kind of play around with it. People like that little diversity. So anyway, I'm going to go back this way now. And I'm still just working in between, or in the top part. You see there's no stitches back there. I'm just working in the top part there. So now I can make my stitches go different ways. But I think with this particular piece, I'm liking the flow of the sashiko stitches, just going. So a lot of times it's the design, you know, it's just how that is appealing to you. Now, if you're an artist where you want to make something very specific and you're following a pattern, or you want to make a very specific design, a lot of times artists will write down or sketch out what it is that they want to do. I kind of, I really do. I kind of approach this in a therapeutic manner. I really do. It's like, I just love the process of creating. So that's why I'm kind of going like along like this. And then I just bring you with me. This is how I started bringing you with me. And so, you know, we're at 2,000 subscribers. That's pretty cool. Because when I started this, I was just like saying to you, hey, I've got to do a project, but I'm going to bring you with me, okay? I'm just going to share with you what I'm doing. And then what happened is we still do that. That's primarily number one. But some people asked very specific questions on different things. So then I started to create the videos like to answer the questions, or to create, you know, maybe some projects that surface around this, like related to it. And I love it. So we stay with our theme, Echo Art with Carmella-T, for sure. And so I'm just loving this right now. This is really cutesy. I think this side I'll do red. Let's see, what do I have? Yeah, I do have red here. I've got some red. So I'm kind of staying with the theme of the hearts, because I love hearts, and kind of just because Valentine's Day is coming up. Wow, I noticed in the store this morning, which I thought was odd, there were some Valentine candies and whatnot, like 50% off already. I mean, did I miss something? Because it's not Valentine's Day yet. But I thought that was odd. Anyway, usually you see that like the day after the holiday. So look how adorable this is. You know, and the other thing is, and this is Sashiko, yes, this is Boro inspired. The other thing is, you can um, decorate, look, with the seams. A lot of times I'll do that. We're going to do more. We're going to be doing more because he's got to get out. But I've decorated these with the seams. I ran across a few of my bracelets that sold over on Grailed. They're on, I don't know if you Google, but I said, oh, I recognize that bracelet. And I looked and yeah, it was mine. But I sold it. But I'm going to be putting more of these on Grailed because they seem to know what it is. And I'm not saying not everybody knows, but it is still novel to a lot of people. Even though it's an ancient method of creating, it truly is still novel. And so all that means is that there's just room for more, talk about it, instruction on it, things like that, opportunities to learn about it. And so I am pretty soon going to have to tuck this thread in. And I think you guys have got a pretty good idea what's going on. But for those of you who are scrolling or you're just kind of stopping by, you're like, what are you doing, Carmella? I am working on this work in progress is a process is Boro inspired bracelet, and I'm leaving. I have to keep reminding myself too because I do want to leave it so we can unbutton these. And I want to do like a little whip stitch around this part, but I'm kind of waiting for a moment here. I just am working with, I just want to focus on my sashiko stitching right now because there are no, oh my gosh, it is snowing, guys. Woo-wee. I mean, let's see, I don't think you can see it. I mean, the flakes are coming down like as big as quarters. Let's see if you can see anything here. See the snow? I mean, that's Vermont, guys. It's snowing. So, oh, I'm so sorry. Hope that didn't hurt your ears. It kind of jolted me a little. But it just missed the little stand there. You okay, guys? Yeah, me and my Shuki. Okay, so now what I'm going to do right now is I'm just going to tie this knot right now because it's ready. This is about the length you want. You want about 3 inches or so you can pull it through. So I did the little knot here. Okay. And then I'm just going to pull it through, keep it in between. You see that I'm keeping it in between the fabric. I'm not going in the back. I'm not going in the back. And I'm just going to pull that knot through, tuck it in nicely. See the little loop right there? That's the knot. So you kind of want to straighten that out. So, and then flatten it out. And then pull it nicely, gently. Okay? Look, so that's tucked in now. And then it gets reinforced when you stitch. You're going to stitch over it again, and you know that. If you're not, and you want to put a couple of knots, like if we wanted to do another knot, we could do that too. But this is probably very good. That's tucked in nicely here. So let's see here. So I'm going to get some more thread because I want to finish this side. Yeah, I mean, we are getting some snow. Anyway, this is, artists are as artisans, it is a really wonderful when you get the snow and the rain. Like, it really makes you stay in, and it's like, it just helps you. I feel like it helps you focus on your project. Okay, so I stopped over here somewhere, but I'm going to bring my needle all the way in here. I'm going to start over here. See where the seam is? I'm going to start there. Okay, and I'm just simply working with the running stitch. I'm not doing anything else right now. The reason is I kind of want the heart to stand out, and I think it will stand out most lovely with the little running stitches. Oh, look at that. See, I pulled through the little knot came through. So I'm going to pull it again because I want that to be inside. Actually, I'm just going to pull. No, I guess it's going to stay there. That's fine. Okay. I kind of want to tuck in, but it must have caught on some fabric right there, so I'm just going to leave that. That's totally fine. And maybe I had the knot too little, so that's okay. That way it comes. That's what I love about Boro Sashiko. When you are sashiko stitching, you have a very generous playground to be creative, okay? So, you know, that popped through. That was okay. I didn't have to rip everything out because it just skipped. It, you know, it was just telling me that the fabric, for some reason, the weave was a little looser over there, but it caught it, and that's good. So I didn't have to rip everything out. If I wanted to, I could. And, okay, so this, oh, I just love this. I may end up doing some crosses here. Oh, yeah, this is going to, I guess I definitely, this is what I'm going to do here. I am going to do my whip stitching now. What, I'm going to tell you something else I love about, it's hard to describe this, but the other thing I love about Boro, sashiko stitching, is that you get these little areas here, kind of, I don't even know how to say it, they just impress upon the fabric differently, because there's lots of quilt here and thickness in this particular part of the fabric, and you can just see how differently the stitches act over here than they do here. I'm not doing anything that different, but just that. Okay, so here, this is very, 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 very thick. So I'm going to bring you along with me on what I've learned. So I'm going to get to the top of it. I'm working in just the top part of the fabric too. But when I do the little whip stitch around this, because it's so thick, there's one or two things I can do. I can kind of just bring it down to this area where it's thinner, okay? Or I can work on just the outer part of the seam if it lets me. It's pretty thick there. So, but a lot of times I can figure that out. I could also unbutton this for a moment. And so what I'm going to do, this is the back part of it. I'm just going to work on the top part of it and just slip this up, bring the needle up through, because I want to do my whip stitching, but it's very difficult. I can't really go through all that. So I'm just going to keep doing it that way. Now I'm going to come on this side and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just working on the very top layer part of the seam. And that should allow me to pull this up and over. And I'm doing the same here. Now pretty soon I'm going to be able to just do a little whip stitch. Right here I can. There we go. But to just kind of get through those few little stitches there, that's just a little trick that I have figured out over the years. So I figure I'd share that with you. For those of you doing your Boro sashiko. And we got to do some more crocheting, guys. We've got to, because we've got to finish our meditation chakra blanket. And we'll see how big it is tomorrow. And I'll take it from there. And I am also beginning some Boro inspired hats. So for those of you interested in that, stay tuned. Stay tuned, so to speak. Okay, so now I am just, that's my last stitch over here, and now I'm coming up through, and again, I'm going to continue to work on my top layer. And that's it. Look how beautiful that is. I mean, that's just adorable. You know, the funny thing about art is you do get a visual, and I don't know about you, but for me, the reality is that it's going to come out with a life of its own. I always say that because I really believe that. It's like I can have all these thoughts, and it will a lot of times, just many times it comes out much prettier really than what I'm thinking. But I love the staggering of the running stitch. It's just a lovely. Now this one I'm just going to bring it around the whole seam, because I'll have this seam, by the time I'm done with this, the seam will have all the stitches up and down it. So, and that's what I like. I like to wrap the seam like that. It's just another aesthetic. So this thread is coming to an end, and this part of the Boro bracelet is pretty much done. So I'm going to do one more stitch. Now what happens is, as you're knotting and bringing these tails underneath and in between your fabrics, they start to automatically tangle. They tangle, and which is wonderful because you want that knotting to occur. So with this, I'm going to pull this through here. I still have one knot there. See it? So I want to get that knot secured underneath. Whoops. I lost my here it is. So try that again. I still have that knot, so there we go. Beautiful. That's nice. So that's nice and secure now underneath, inside. You do the same thing when you're doing your little yo-yos, these right here. The same thing. You do a knot and then you tuck it in and you pull it out and you pull it up. The knot remains inside here and then you clip it. It's the same idea. Okay, so now I want to button this because I just want to take a look at this now. Oh, look how adorable. So I'm feeling good about this. So, you measure these out so they can slip over at least 7.5, 8 inch diameter wrist. And if you want it adjustable, this could be, where you put a little ribbon or something, or you secure that, and then you have something like this. Maybe you have 2 buttons instead of 1. So now I would like to do like another sashiko stitching run here, but I think I might do that in a pink or red. But I'm going to now take the red and because I'm going to, I think I am definitely going to be putting pink in this. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that I am, to offset the red and the white. Now, what did I do? Is this the needle I was using? I gotta make sure I use the right one because, oh, no, here it is. I'm very particular about the sewing needles. This happens to be the Sashiko one. What's the difference? The Sashiko is very, very, very sharp. Very sharp. Does it make a difference with your flow of sewing? A little bit, depending on your material. So I'm just starting, just like we've been doing, in the top part, in the middle, I'm sorry, of the fabrics of the quilted little waistband here. And I'm working in, I'm sorry, I keep moving this, but I'm working in the oops, just in the top part, so I'm not going through to the back. So we'll just keep that like that. The red, so you'll see why I really do want the pink, because you're going to see how the red kind of blends a little, but then the pink or the white, if I put on this side, will just make it pop. Now this I am going to unbutton because I would like the sashiko stitching to go through. And does it stay strong? Yes, it does. I have a keychain that has lasted absolute years. That is sashiko stitched keychain. And gosh, even some clothing items that my mom had worked on that are Boro inspired, and they are now 30 years old. Yeah, really old. Maybe older, probably older actually. But look how easy this is, and just how lovely. And it is therapeutic. It totally is. There's no doubt about it. It's just some downtime. And you could make instead of cutting out a heart and sewing it on, you could make shapes of hearts out of your sashiko stitching. So this is pretty much what I wanted to do, was come on here today. I'm watching the time. So, and bring you along with me. So I hope that you are having a beautiful Saturday and working on your projects. So there is this announcement I wanted to share with you. Hold on. I want to share this announcement with you on a local flea market coming up. Hold on one second. Let me get it on my phone. And there was something else I wanted to share with you. Well, we'll share this first. Okay, now I was in this thrift. Oh, that's what I wanted to share with you, the sweater. Let me get the sweater, and then I'll share this information, because the information is where I got the sweater. Okay, guys. Sorry about that. I gotta have a sip of my coffee. Thank you for being with me. I feel sometimes like this is almost like a vlog of my echo art, because I kind of get on here and talk, but because I do the tutorials too, we'll just leave it echo art with Carmella. I don't know what else to change the name to, but just in case you were interested. So first I want to read the this is interesting. Okay, let me first share something with you. This sweater, look, this is gorgeous. Look, can you see it? You see the gray blue, and then that's embroidery. And then you see, so the embroidery is like a very, I would say a very rusty kind of an, let me look at that. You kind of get, it's like an earth tone. And then the next color is like a beige, and then you have like a dark brown. This is a very classic design. This feels like wool. This is made by Wool Ridge. This is a well-known name, as you know, well-known. So now, this says since 1838, you see the establishment of the company? Since 1838. Now, you want to hear what it's made out of, okay? It says 100%, okay, this is how it says it. The body of the sweater is 100% wool. A decoration is 55% ramie, I believe, which is a natural. 43% cotton, so that's natural. Made in Hong Kong. So it wasn't made in the United States, but this could have been. We have the wool, we have the cotton. Look, I mean, this is lovely. This costs $3. It feels very much like wool. This would need a softener if you're going to wear it. Like, you know, when I put it on with my t-shirt, I could feel the wool like scratching my skin, right? But it's gorgeous. It was $3, so it was well worth to put a wool softener in it, which I'm going to do. So that's what you would do. And you want to be careful with a piece like this. You do not want to put detergents, because detergent will eat away at the natural fibers over time. So I want to share that with you, okay? It's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. That's the only thing I got today at the thrift shop. Now, this is the announcement I want to share with you. And I sent this to my friend who is a creative and a fashionista. And she's a lovely. She just gets so happy and excited about ideas like me. What? What's that idea? Okay. So check this out. For those of you who are coordinators, you're artists, you're doing events, this is called a reverse, hang on, a reverse craft fair. Now, if that title doesn't catch you, and if you don't just love that and start wondering, well, what the heck does that mean? So, oh wait, I want to get my magnifying glass. Hold on one second, guys. Okay. So, now we have, for the moment, we're not abandoning this project. We are, for the moment, just putting it down. I just wanted to bring you along with me while I was stitching so you get the idea. So, and I'll come back just like I did with this one to show you what it's looking like. Okay. So this is, if you're going through Vermont or around Vermont and you are an artist, this is a flea market you're going to want to look for. Excuse me. So this is kind of trying to recruit vendors to sell their art supplies. But as an artist, this is where I'm going to go to get some fabric and supplies. Oh yeah. So this is going to be February 8th here in Vermont. And it's called, for those of you not familiar with it, it's called Hyde Park. Hyde is HYDE, Park, VFW. So if you look it up, Google it, look in Morrisville, Johnson, Vermont, and that will come up. So you sell all of your unwanted craft supplies in a craft fair-like format. Contact Second Chance Thrift Shop. Oh, this is the contact if you want to be part of this. Okay, contact Second Chance. That's what it's called. The thrift shop that I found today is called Second Chance. So contact them in Morrisville, Vermont. And you can look them up, and they have a Facebook page. And then the proceeds are going to go to Copley Hospital. So that's called the Reverse Craft Fair. So if any of you are coming through or around on February 8th, if you're an artist or a craft person, this may be something you're really interested in. I totally am. I cannot wait for this to occur. Now, if you want to be a vendor, call the, like if you have, let's say you used to make rugs and you have everything there is to make a rug, or do cross stitching or stamping or whatever it is, and you want to get rid of it and you want a table. The tables are, what is it, $25 for the table fee, okay? But call the Second Chance, and if you're in Vermont and you want to be a vendor, and if you just want to come on out, because guess what? It doesn't say in the flyer, but I was told today by the woman coordinating this, is there's going to be food. There's going to be food and drink, and it's going to be a fun time. So anyway, hopefully February 8th we have some good weather. I mean, it's just around the corner. I cannot wait. So anyway, I thought I would share that with you for those of you who are in and around Vermont. And so if you know of any events going on where you are and you want to share with me, and maybe I can tell people about it, that it's going to happen. If it's in the state of Vermont, let me know where it is, because maybe I'll go to it and visit it and cover it on the channel. So I do want to, as you know, add more to the channel all the time. I want to, especially something like this, where everything that is going to be available is going to be, it's recycled, it's used. And I love that name, Second Chance, because it is giving, um, it's giving the items a second chance and not be thrown away. I cannot wait for that because what I'm going to look for there, probably for me, is, oh, and then I think they're going to have another event that just has to do with fabrics. So that that would be something. This one I may look for fabrics there. I would think I'd be looking for fabrics. But I like to, when I have events, go to events like that, I like to keep my mind open because there could be um, there could be things there that kind of uh, bring you down a whole new path of creating. So anyway, with that, I thought I would jump on here today, and I'm going to change my location of where I'm sitting and continue and get into the light more, and then continue to create these finish these Boro Sashiko bracelets. So this one, what I will be doing is simply connecting it. But I want to also, I was thinking of putting, I do want to do the jewelry more. So I want to put maybe something like this on there, like a little charm. So anyway, so many things that you can do. So when I do wanted to share this with you because I've completed the Boro Sashiko, the Boro building of the blended fabrics and the Sashiko stitching, and so then when this is complete, and so I'll bring this back and show you. I'm probably put a little piece, little jewelry or a little ribbon on there. And when I'm finished with this one, I will also share with you. So with that, I hope you have a beautiful day. We do have, like I said, some more crocheting to do. So I want to do the Tunisian stitch with you. I was going to do that this afternoon. Um, and I think I'm going to tell you, the day got away from me fast because I was on a mission this morning to find little snaps, and I couldn't find them in and around town. As you know, I got the Velcro I shared with you. And then I ended up, as I got a cup of coffee, you can check over on Vermont Sun and Shade, my side channel. I took very short, like a 1.5 minute walk or two. It was so cold. I really planned to walk more, but I share with you what the buildings, the uniqueness of Morrisville, Vermont is incredibly unique. It's a historical town. It's labeled as a historical town. The buildings are just so quaint and cute. But the layout of the town is very unique also. It's basically in parking lots. I'm not kidding you either. It's an adorable town. So I share with you that, and I'll show you the Second Chance thrift shop. Over there, there's two short shares. So that's on Vermont Sun and Shade. So with that, I hope you have a beautiful afternoon, and I'll see you in the next one. A love and light.